Hello, everyone. Today we are going to dive into a fascinating account, that of the letter that Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor, is said to have written to Emperor Tiberius. This letter does not simply recount historical events. It offers intriguing insights into Jesus, his appearance, and the miracles that marked his time on earth. Even the Gospels do not mention some of these details, making this letter even more captivating. A solemn introduction. Pilate begins his letter with a respectful greeting to the emperor. "Your Majesty." He expresses deep concern about the extraordinary events unfolding in his province, Judea. With a sense of duty, he wishes to report facts that could influence the future of their nation. His words reveal an atmosphere of tension, as if the gods themselves have withdrawn, and he feels a growing anxiety since taking office. The banquet and the disdain of the Jewish authorities. Pilate recounts having organized a banquet in honor of the Jewish leaders, but he is disappointed by their absence. This apparent disdain for his authority saddens him, but he realizes that these leaders are untrustworthy. He mentions a young man from Nazareth, Jesus, who preaches a new doctrine in the name of God. Initially, Pilate worries about the possibility of a revolt, but he quickly discovers that Jesus does not advocate rebellion against Rome. The significant encounter with Jesus, a pivotal moment, occurs when Pilate witnesses a speech by Jesus, soothing the crowd with his wisdom. Pilate is so impressed that he chooses not to intervene. He even cites Jesus' famous reply, "Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and unto God what is God's." This statement leaves a lasting impression on Pilate, who, despite having the power to arrest Jesus, ultimately chooses to grant him his freedom, provoking the anger of the wealthy and powerful of the time. The appearance of Jesus, an astonishing description. Now let's turn to the appearance of Jesus, as described by Pilate. He presents him as a man of average height, with a serene and benevolent presence. His face radiates inner peace, and his hair, slightly wavy, is light brown, almost blonde. His eyes, a color oscillating between brown and blue, seem to penetrate the souls of those who meet them. Pilate emphasizes the clarity of his skin, a carefully maintained beard, and simple yet dignified clothing. The drama of the crucifixion and the resurrection. As the crucifixion approaches, Pilate, convinced of Jesus' innocence, tries by all means to save his life. He publicly washes his hands, declaring that he is innocent of the blood of this just man. This decision creates waves among the elite. After the crucifixion, Jesus' body is placed in the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea. A few days later, the tomb is discovered empty, leading to a tumult among the disciples who proclaim the resurrection. The strange events surrounding the tomb. Perplexed, Pilate conducts his own investigation. According to the guards, a great earthquake occurred, accompanied by a celestial light above the tomb. Although these events are extraordinary, Pilate remains cautious, concluding his letter by stating that he cannot say for certain what happened. He thus leaves the question open for Tiberius to evaluate, a growing tension in the province. In his reflections, Pilate mentions the political tensions in his province, particularly after the war against the Persians. Lacking troops to control a potential revolt, he decides to take action. He recalls his first encounter with Jesus, where the serenity of the Nazarene contrasts with his own discomfort. This face-to-face meeting, where he feels almost overwhelmed by Jesus' presence, profoundly marks him. Advice and exchanges of wisdom. When Pilate advises Jesus to moderate his speeches to avoid provoking the authorities' anger, Jesus responds with wisdom that transcends human concerns. He states that he has come to bring peace, love, and charity, and that persecutions do not come from him, but he is ready to face them. An echo of prophecy, Jesus reveals to Pilate that true refuge is in the heavens, a powerful message that leaves Pilate anxious. Despite his authority, he fears Jesus and the impact his teaching could have on the population. Herod, the king, soon joins those who wish to harm Jesus, but he too hesitates, aware of the growing popularity of this prophet. The account of the tomb guard. Meanwhile, the captain of the guards orders an increase in security around the tomb. When news of Jesus' resurrection spreads, Pilate is seized with panic. He interrogates one of the guards, who recounts witnessing an incredible event: a celestial light, heavenly voices, and an earthquake that left him unconscious. This description leaves Pilate in uncertainty, as he struggles to believe that these events could be real. Conclusion: a persistent mystery. Pilate's letter to Tiberius is a window into a pivotal moment in history, filled with mystical echoes and deep reflections. It reveals not only the character of Jesus, but also the political and spiritual challenges of a troubled time. The legacy of this account continues to resonate today, questioning our understanding of faith, truth, and the mystery of the resurrection. There you have it, dear friends, this fascinating account from Pilate that allows us to reflect on questions of universal significance. What do you think of this letter and its impact on history? Share your thoughts in the comments.